Alright, custom cars this week. Focus FR200 first. This used to be my favourite car in the game because one of the paint jobs for it has flames up the side. Not this one, obviously. This one's the plain. But there's a red one with yellow flames and a purple one with green flames. I used to think that one was really cool. This was when I was in about year 5, and I told some of my friends about it. And I remember Harry said that cars with flames up the side are really childish. Anyway, I'm more into racing strats now. Last week I mentioned Power Drum, didn't I? It's one of those super fast hovercraft Wipeout rip-offs. I have to go ASMR mode because, I explained this in one of the Need for Speed videos, but I think it was the one where everything was completely fucked on the Need for Speed video. Anyway, walls here are quite thin, doors especially are thin. If someone's out in the hallway, they'll probably hear me. If they're in their room, they won't. But, can never be too careful, can never be too insecure and embarrassed. So I've leaned right into the microphone to talk about this next thing. Power Drum. It's a Wipeout clone. May or may not have ever played it. Unlikely. It's a remake of an 80s game called Power Drum, I think. That's what I heard. That's what the game says, because in the extra files there are screenshots of the original 80s version. One minute 19. Seems like it might be quite difficult to do. I'm going to restart.
Let's do it in one.
Anyway, because I haven't unlocked any ships that look cooler, I've been playing as the first character you get. And I've forgotten her name, but the point is she's a female character. And, well, you know what they say about female video game characters. Always porn, right? So I'm thinking, well, she's not bad looking. And she's in a racing game, which is always a plus for me, because that's pretty much the only kind of game that I care about. Racing games and, Persona, I guess. Me and Shamey sat down and recorded some more Persona the other day. He's not really into Persona, but we managed to get a couple of Let's Plays done. And they'll be on Vidly whenever he gets around to fucking actually putting them together, because he's a lazy cunt. Anyway, no porn. No porn of Power Drone whatsoever. None of the first girl character, none of the fucking cyborg, just none. Nothing. Makes you think. Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder when these fucking curbs are gonna piss off so I can actually get around the corner. And how am I mean, I know how I did it that time because I hit the fucking wall on the exit, but how am I getting across the bridge at such a fucking higher speed? Well, that's fucked it. Let's go again.
Let's do it in one.
I don't mean to be rude. I just want my food. So come on, give us our lunch now. Come on, please. No. But a Ford Focus, no matter what kind of shit body kit you put on it, alright, it's only going to go as fast as a Ford Focus can. You know what I mean? One minute 19, you're going to fucking struggle. Because it's not exactly agile. Even with the handling model of Ford Racing 2 that emphasizes big, smooth, high-speed corners. Seconds to find the finish line. Shit. No! If I hadn't hit that wall. Alright, I got it this time. All I need to do is not hit the wall on the exit of the final corner. And be careful not to crash into any of the fucking construction barriers that look suspiciously similar to the barriers in the Xbox 360 version of Need for Speed Undercover that are used to mark out where the track is. And that's something I never liked. I think that street racing games should not have physical barriers that mark out where the track is. They should have the big glowy lines. So that way it makes sense that traffic can go through and players can't. Otherwise it just looks dumb. Alright, I need to find a little under half a second. Which is why I've been considering playing the PS2 version of Need for Speed Undercover instead of the Xbox 360 version. I have the 360 version, and I've played some of it. Well, that's completely fucked everything. Sometimes I wonder why I even try.
Let's do it in one.
I should have it this time though. The other place I'm losing time is the left-hander after you come out the tunnel. Anyway, I might play the PS2 version of Need for Speed Undercover, because allegedly it's, well, from what I've seen, it's supposed to be like the slightly superior version. Not graphically, obviously, but... ah, fuck it, I'll probably just play the 360 version. I already have it. No need to be buying more games, you know what I mean? Especially copies of games that I already have, just for fucking different systems. That was much better. I've been slowing up way too much for that corner. There we go. Told you. It was tight, but it don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. And I've unlocked the Ford GT, which is the last thing I'm going to unlock in the game. And then the Crown Vic is the last thing that I'm actually going to drive. 11 minutes. I should have enough time for a quick 3-lap race. I mean, I've already started it, so 3, 2, 1, go. Already. It's too late to be worrying about the time then. Plus, I spent this whole time just restarting the same track with the Focus, so should probably. I mean, I've done plenty of episodes where I just do the same thing over and over because I keep fucking it up. So maybe I shouldn't worry too much about it. I remember this track being sunnier. I'd really like an open world racing game with an environment similar to this area that we're in now. Like this plus the other 2 tracks set in this environment in this game. Especially if it was focused on the rather than like the port area. It was more focused on the back roads, a sort of mountain area. That'd be pretty neat. If I was still a little kid, I'd probably sit and like draw up a map of all the roads. Work out exactly where all these tracks overlap, that sort of stuff. Oh well. Oh shit. That's quite easy to flip over in this game. Well, it's not easy to flip all the way over, but it's easy to get into a position where it looks like you're going to flip over. And that's where you lose a lot of time. Because in a way, if you used this area as a map just for a whole game, it has a bit of everything. You got the big motorway, where you can go really fast. You got like the port area, industrial stuff, where you can quarantine people that like drifting. And then for people that like, you know, driving properly, you got all these sort of scenic roads out in the, I don't know, canyons, mountains maybe. Obviously, compared to this game, you'd have to make the roads narrower, corners a bit more difficult to navigate, so there'd be some actual interest.
You win! Alright, you car collected.
But I think you could make that happen. Anyway. I know I've only done 2 cars per episode for the last 2 episodes. But I think
Stock cars.
if it's just standard races, apart from this, it's one of these 2 at the speedways that's literally impossible to do on hard mode. But I should be able to get all of these, if not in one go, then definitely in 2. Actually, that'd make it easier if I got them if I went 2-2-2. I don't know. We'll see.